America, breaking news. The urgent new warning for American personnel in Iraq. The State Department's new alert this morning ordering all non-emergency staff to leave Iraq immediately as tensions rise with Iran. U.S. troops now on high alert. We're live with the latest.
Breaking overnight, abortion ban. Protests erupting as lawmakers in Alabama vote for the most restrictive abortion law in the country, making it a felony for doctors to perform one. The bill now on the governor's desk. Will this fight head to the Supreme Court?
Also overnight, Boeing bombshell. The new audio recording revealed the heated meeting between pilots and executives before that second fatal crash. Were the pilots' warnings ignored?
ABC News exclusive in the Delphi murder mystery. Those two Indiana teens killed while hiking. What the top cop on the case is now revealing only on GMA.
Draft lottery stunner. Overnight, the New Orleans Pelicans winning the Zion sweepstakes, about to score the biggest player to enter the NBA. And the heartbreak for fans on the losing end.
And are you ready? BTS just moments away from kicking off our biggest party in the park ever. The K-pop supergroup smashing records, selling out shows worldwide, and now you've got a front row seat to the hottest summer concert you'll ever see. It's all happening live only on GMA this morning.
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
It is a good morning. Can you feel the excitement? BTS Army out. Look at that. Out in full force. That is a live look at the audience packing into Central Park. 3,000 people there to see our very first concert of the summer.
And some of them have been camping out for days. See them there, sleeping in the park in cold weather, the rain. But BTS is one of the most popular bands in the world right now, and they're performing live right here on GMA. The concert is already trending on Twitter. It hasn't even started yet.
And I was reporting live on the ground at 3:30 this morning. That line you just saw, 10 blocks long down Fifth Avenue.
My goodness.
Big crowd in Central Park. We're going to begin with that breaking news overnight. The State Department has ordered all non-emergency U.S. personnel to leave Iraq immediately, warning of threats from Iran and rising tension across the region. ABC's Chief Global Affairs anchor Martha Raddatz is tracking all the latest from Washington. Good morning, Martha.
Good morning, George. The embassy in Baghdad is massive and heavily secured with thousands of employees. But this morning, all of the non-emergency personnel are being ordered to depart Baghdad and depart the consulate in Erbil. Just last week, the U.S. warned that Iran or its proxies were possibly planning an attack on American forces in the region and sent that carrier strike group and bombers as a show of force. And just yesterday, after a British general commanding troops in Iraq told reporters that there has been no increased threat from Iranian-backed forces, U.S. Central Command issued a highly unusual rebuttal, saying that the general's comments run counter to the identified credible threats available to intelligence from U.S. and allies regarding Iranian-backed forces in the region. And CENTCOM also said that they have raised the security posture in Iraq to a high level of alert due to possibly imminent threats to the more than 5,000 forces in Iraq. It is very rare they would make that announcement publicly, George.
That is rare, Martha, but there is also some concern inside the government, inside Iraq, that some of these threats may be hyped. It's echoing in concerns drawing out of the first Iraq war back in 2002, 2003.
Exactly, George. And many allies are skeptical of the intelligence. The British Foreign Secretary trying to de-escalate the situation, calling for a period of calm on both sides, worried that there will be miscalculation that will send us into war. And of course, this has become a campaign issue. Joe Biden saying that the president has no foreign policy.
And the president dismissing those reports that the Pentagon had drawn up plans for 120,000 U.S. troops to the region, saying it could be far more.
Exactly. After first denying that there was a plan for 120,000 troops if we were attacked, the president then said there would be many more than that. This, of course, from a president who said he would get us out of the Mideast. George.
Martha Raddatz, thanks very much, Robin.
And George, now also that breaking news overnight, Alabama lawmakers passing what could become the most restrictive abortion law in the country. Steve Osunsami has the details. And Steve, a battle is brewing that could go all the way to the Supreme Court. Good morning.
That's right, Robin. The legal challenges for this law and others like it are promised. Abortion would be criminalized in Alabama, made a felony, and the way the law is written, it would punish doctors who perform them with up to 99 years in prison. The only exception would be if the mother's life were in danger.
House Bill 314 passes.
It's the nation's most restrictive anti-abortion measure, outlawing abortion in almost every case, including rape or incest. And this morning, it heads to Alabama's anti-abortion governor for her signature, and she is expected to sign it.
I apologize to the women of Alabama for this archaic law that we passed.
The bill was passed by a veto-proof majority in the state legislature, who are mostly men, and they fought so bitterly that at one point the debate had to be suspended.
He did not make a motion.
He made a motion to table.
Make a motion. There was no motion from the other side.
The long game for the lawmakers who wrote this law is the U.S. Supreme Court. They're hoping that odds are now better that today's highest court will overturn the 1973 decision of Roe v. Wade, which legalized abortion nationwide.
We were trying to keep it just as it was to address the issue that Roe v. Wade was decided on, which is that baby in the womb a person.
Outraged women have been stalking lawmakers dressed as handmaids, channeling the television drama in protest.
In The Handmaid's Tale, it is all about women's autonomy because women have been pretty much treated like breeding factories, and we believe that this is what laws like this do.
This latest battle over abortion is sweeping across several states, including this one, Kentucky, Ohio, and others that have passed heartbeat laws essentially banning abortion at about 6 weeks, which critics say is before many women even know they're pregnant, and essentially bans abortion altogether. Robin.
All right, Steve, thank you. Michael.
All right, thank you, Robin. Now to that bombshell report about Boeing revealing new details about a meeting shortly after that first deadly crash. In the audio recordings, you can hear the pilots pleading with Boeing to take more action to prevent an accident. Our senior transportation correspondent, David Curley, has the details. And David, this comes ahead of a House committee hearing on the planes today.
Yeah, it's coming up in just a couple of hours. Members of Congress, Michael, want to know what's going on with that 737, which is grounded after those two deadly crashes, and how the FAA certified that aircraft. This coming on this morning after this heated conversation. American Airlines pilots asking months ago to Boeing officials, why didn't they know about this new flight control system?
We flat out deserve to know what is on our airplanes.
I don't disagree.
The tapes reveal this morning the frustration bordering on anger of pilots from the American Airlines Pilots Union meeting in Dallas just weeks after this first 737 MAX crash, when the world learned that a new system could nose down the aircraft and may have contributed to the crash. This is the first time we've heard part of that heated conversation.
We're the last line of defense to be in that smoking hole, and we need the knowledge.
The tapes shared with media outlets, including the New York Times, quoting Mike Sinnott, vice president of Boeing, at this November meeting, saying, "The worst thing that can ever happen is a tragedy like this, and the even worse thing would be another one." But there was a second crash less than 5 months later in Ethiopia. The Boeing engineers trying to explain back in November why they didn't announce that new system to pilots.
I don't know that understanding this system would have changed the outcome of this. You know, 1 million pilots are going to maybe fly this airplane, and maybe one's going to see this ever. So we try not to overload the crews with information that's unnecessary, so they actually know the information that we believe is important.
At the time, Boeing had issued a bulletin to airlines about this new system called MCAS.
Pilots taped the meeting because they were concerned about the safety of the 737 MAX 8, and they didn't feel like Boeing was sufficiently answering their questions or giving them as much information as they wanted.
Boeing told airlines it was working on a software fix for the system. The American pilots pushing for Boeing to issue a second bulletin calling for that software fix. But the upgrade was apparently not ready at the time.
We want to make sure we're fixing the right things.
Yeah, I get that.
And that's an important thing. We'll make sure we're fixing the right things. But we don't want to rush and do a crappy job fixing the right things. But we also don't want to fix the wrong things.
Now, Boeing did not comment on this conversation back in November, only saying that it is working with its customers and regulators to get the 737 MAX back up in the air. And Robin, it is the acting head of the FAA who will be on Capitol Hill later this morning.
I know, but David, to hear that audio, all right, thanks so much. Now to new developments in that deadly midair crash between two sightseeing planes in Alaska. Overnight, the death toll rising to 6. Federal investigators are now on the scene, and Will Carr is there in Ketchikan, Alaska, with the latest. Good morning, Will.
And good morning, Rob. And investigators tell me they're going to be taking a hard look at both companies involved. It comes as we're learning more about the victims. They range in age from 39 to 56. They were all out for an adventure when something went tragically wrong. Overnight, hopes were shattered in a community known for its strength. The Coast Guard just found 2 more bodies, bringing the death toll to 6 after 2 float planes collided in midair.
The larger of the two quickly began to sink where it was.
The wreckage of the smaller plane is flipped upside down, its floats jutting out of the ice-cold water, a chilling reminder of the fatal crash that took place in the Alaskan wilderness about 8 nautical miles outside of Ketchikan.
We just kind of went the channel back and forth, zigzagging around, trying to look for anybody that would be trying to survive out there.
Jake Bauer, a volunteer firefighter, combed the rugged shoreline looking for survivors, but found parts of both planes instead.
It's the part of the job that you don't look forward to.
The NTSB now has a GO team on the ground. What are some of the things that you're looking into that could be the cause of this?
We're looking at a number of factors.
That includes the weather and both pilots' histories. ABC News has confirmed one, Randy Sullivan, was killed. Both planes were filled with passengers from the Royal Princess cruise ships. The larger plane, operated by Taquanair, was just returning from the majestic Misty Fjord National Monument when it crossed that fatal path with the smaller plane run by Mountain Air Service. The question now is why? And to help answer that question, the NTSB went to the scene overnight. They tell me they hope to issue a preliminary report sometime in the next 2 weeks. George.
Well, Carr, thanks very much. We're going to go to the Capitol now, where Senate investigators have reached a deal with the president's son, Don Jr., to testify before the Intelligence Committee about the Russia investigation. Our chief congressional correspondent, Mary Bruce, is on Capitol Hill with the latest. So, Mary, Don Jr. had balked at the committee's initial request.
Yeah, George, in fact, twice the president's son had agreed to come up here voluntarily, but both times he failed to show up. That then forced this Republican-controlled committee to issue a subpoena. But now this morning they have reached a deal. Donald Trump Jr. is agreeing to come in and be interviewed again behind closed doors sometime next month. We're told this will be limited in its scope and time. But, George, this deal now ends what had become a pretty tense standoff here on the Hill between the president's son and this Republican-led committee that had put a lot of Republicans in a really awkward position. And now Donald Trump Jr. is promising to pay back these loyal Republicans who stood by him during this fight. A source telling us that Trump Jr., quote, will return the favor come the 2020 campaign.
I wonder what that means exactly. Meantime, on the House side, the House Intelligence Committee is now investigating Trump lawyers for possible obstruction.
Yeah, and George, this all stems from claims made by Michael Cohen. He told lawmakers that these lawyers close to the president had helped him to craft false testimony regarding that Trump Tower deal in Moscow. Now the committee wants to know if these lawyers helped to obstruct their investigation. They're demanding testimony and documents, but these lawyers are making it clear they do not plan to comply. George, they are citing attorney-client privilege.
The question will be what other evidence the committee has. Okay, Mary Bruce, thanks very much. Michael?
All right, thank you, George. And now, as the nor'easter finally moves out, a new storm is brewing out west. Millions bracing for heavy rain, snow, and flooding, and Ginger is here tracking it all for us. Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning to you, Michael. As nice as it is to see the sun, the leftovers of some of the stationary front that came through on some of those storms on the East Coast, Polk County, Florida, showing you the damage. There were 6 people inside that RV. Thankfully, everybody okay, but we're concerned that that type of damage could happen later this week and weekend. Let me take you through it here. There's a new low pressure system coming on shore, San Francisco Bay Area tonight. The evening commute is going to be so messy. Los Angeles tomorrow morning gets the rain. Then we watch this thing move across the Rockies, up to 2 feet of snow in the Rockies, by the way, and parts of the Sierra. And look at this, tornadoes. I'm talking large tornadoes possible, damaging winds for sure, and hail from Nebraska and South Dakota down to the Mexican border. Robin.
All right, Ginger. Now the NBA draft lottery, the biggest prize in the NBA this season, other than winning the title, of course.
Of course.
Chance to pick college phenom Zion Williamson, and the New Orleans Pelicans got it. Paula Ferris is here with the reaction, and there was a lot of reaction.
A lot of reaction. I know you were probably doing the happy dance, weren't you?
I know, got family in New Orleans.
I know you do.
Yeah.
You love the city of New Orleans. 6
6%, everybody. New Orleans had just a 6% chance of getting the #1 pick in the draft lottery, and now they have the opportunity to draft the most coveted player since LeBron James.
The New Orleans Pelicans.
Overnight, jubilation down in the Big Easy. In a shocking upset, the New Orleans Pelicans grabbing the top spot in this year's NBA Draft Lottery.
It's just another positive event for us and what's going to be, we hope, several that we stack together.
Their prize is potential #1 pick Zion Williamson.
Whatever that team needs me to do, I'm going to be able to do it.
The news sending shockwaves around the NBA. The New Orleans Pelicans head coach couldn't contain his emotions. Even the Pelicans ticket office partying like it's Mardi Gras. The 18-year-old phenom from Duke, known for his spectacular dunks and show-stopping athleticism, is now likely heading south. A city that he's never been to.
I've never been.
And while it is the thrill of victory for some,
The Memphis Grizzlies.
it is agony for others.
The New York Knicks.
New York Knicks fans were hoping Zion would be headed their way, prompting this headline from the New York Daily News. The meltdown all across the city, a symbol of New York's recent success or lack thereof. The team finishing a disappointing 17-65 last season.
Yeah, that season.
There weren't that many, huh?
Yeah, all of 17 games. That was a tough season, but a lot can happen between now and the NBA draft, which is June 20th. But this pick could change the entire landscape of the
I'll be
NBA.
honest with you, my reaction was like, no! I wanted the Knicks
That's
to
the
get
New
it.
Yorker in you.
And Zion said he hasn't even been to New Orleans yet. He's
Not
going to
yet.
love it.
He's
going to love it.
He is going to love it.
Okay, the Curry brothers last night.
How about that? Big brother Steph versus little brother Seth. It's the first time in the NBA that brothers have taken on one another in the conference finals. Mom and dad were clearly torn about this game, though. They had to flip a coin to figure out which son they were going to cheer for. One wearing Portland, one wearing a Golden State jersey right there. But Steph says it's weird to play against his brother every time they play, but this is the first time they played in the playoffs. But he says especially on this stage, he knows they're going to have fun no matter how it turns out. Mom and dad will be proud no matter how it turns out. But Steph had this game. Game one handily. Yeah, 9 3-pointers in this game.
You play your brother. You want to whip his butt. I just hope my brother does well. No, you want to whip your brother's butt.
Steph says it's going to be great as long as I win.
Exactly.
As long as the big brother wins, right?
True.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paula. Following a lot of other stories this morning, including that soccer coach who's now going to be a key witness against celebrities in that college admissions scandal. We're going to tell you what it could mean for the case against Lori Loughlin.
And we have an ABC News exclusive on the Delphi murder. Those 2 Indiana girls killed while hiking, what the top cop on the case is now revealing.
And get ready. BTS is taking over, performing live. But first, let's go back to Ginger.
And as all of us were just dealing with that miserable weather the last couple of days, look what was happening in Vermont. Yes, more than 10 inches of fresh snow. So the snowboarders and skiers are happy, not just there, but in A Basin in Colorado. So they may stay open all the way through June. They say that's all it'll take. All right, your local weather in 30 seconds. First, though, the warm cities, sponsored by Amazon Prime Wardrobe.
Give me your hand, darling. Do you feel the same? Am I only dreaming?
Hey.
Hey.
Try before you buy with Prime Wardrobe.
Hey, after 3 days seeing high temperatures in the 60s, today is going to feel pretty nice. Warming very quickly. We'll see highs today into the lower 70s. We'll pick up some clouds during the overnight, maybe even a little stray shower. Tomorrow's high is 75 degrees. And then look at your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. More June-style warmth. Can't rule out a passing shower or thunderstorm both Friday and again Saturday during the afternoon hours. But finally, the warmth is here as we're just days away from Memorial Day weekend.
We've all been freezing, but in Florida they've had record highs in the Keys, but they had this, love bugs that took over the skies. So it's not perfect, even if you guys are warm.
Yeah. But it was 94.
I know. I'll take the love bugs.
I'll take that.
Me too.
Yeah. What's the temperature in Central Park? It's
45
hot.
degrees.
It's hot.
Oh, well, yeah, hot because of BTS.
That's right. We'll be right back. That's it.
una mesa para dos personas.
So again, using para, you're talking about something that is for someone.